So, breaking news, Russia is massing troops on the Ukraine border. U.S. forces in Europe raise watch to the highest level. Potential imminent crisis. This is coming out of the gatewaypundit.com. Russian forces are massing on the border with Ukraine, have prompted the U.S. European Command to raise its watch level to its highest point in potential imminent crisis, according to New York Times as of Tuesday night. Wednesday, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, spoke to senior Russian General Valery Gerasimov about the buildup, according to Russia. 4 Ukrainian soldiers were killed last week in an extended battle in the contested Donetsk region against Russia-backed separatists. Russian forces that were thought to have gathered for training exercises near the border have stayed and grown in numbers, prompting concerns. So under Bush and Obama, Russia under Putin overtook the territories in former Soviet republics of Georgia and Ukraine, respectively, when Trump was president, President Donald Trump. Russia took no territory. Now with Biden in the White House, Russia appears to be testing his mettle. New York Times' excerpt is huge breaking news. The war in eastern Ukraine, which has been on a low simmer for months, drawing little international attention, has escalated sharply in recent days, according to statements on Tuesday from the Ukrainian and Russian governments. In the deadliest engagement so far this year, 4 Ukrainian soldiers were killed and another seriously wounded in battle against Russian-backed separatists in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine. The country's military had stated the soldiers' death, along with a buildup of Russian forces on the border, has seized the attention of senior American officials in Europe and Washington. In the past week, the U.S. military's European Command raised its watch level from possible crisis to potential imminent crisis, the highest level in response to the deployment of the additional Russian troops. Russia has moved and is dividing Washington as we speak. So is this just saber rattling? Fox News reporter Lucas Tomlinson spoke to a General Valery Gerasimov in the buildup of the Russian military forces on the Ukraine. So on Tuesday, Russia warned about a possible civil war in the Ukraine. From Olga Lutman, Russia is making recent military moves, and disinformation on Ukraine has increased significantly over the past few weeks. Meanwhile, Putin's crony press secretary Peskov expresses concerns over a threat of war. Unbelievable gaslighting. I hope the West will actually respond this time in a tweet. So there is some video of Russian-occupied Crimea taken on Tuesday from Igor Gherkin, and I'll post that link in the description box below through the gatewaypundit.com. The poster's Twitter page has several videos reporting showing Russian military videos being transported to occupied Crimea. So basically, we have another verified false flag to draw the attention of the entire world away from the nations in crisis, as their borders are being overrun by refugees and whoever else their governments will let into their country. All of the rapes, pillaging, and plunderings that are happening from this border crisis across every nation in the entire world. And we're being onslaughted by World War III propaganda that is beginning to take place. an absolute, I can't even say it any other way. This is total propaganda of the highest order. They are literally throwing this in everybody's face. Everybody's going to follow the crisis, and everybody's going to forget about the borders of all the nations of the earth, including America, where there are little children who are like 12-year-old little girls who are getting raped, gang raped by people at the border. And Biden doesn't seem to care, and laughing Kamala Harris, is laughing all of this off as if it doesn't have any concern in her little worldview, because she's not the one being gang raped. And it's okay that she's laughing at a 12-year-old girl being gang raped, and has no concern of her. It's not on her agenda to address today. And so, it's really despicable watching the world fall apart right now. It's despicable because people still continue to look to their leaders to save them, or to do something with some sort of policy or procedure or law or anything that they can throw out their way. Give a little dog bone to the dogs out there so they'll be satisfied. No, folks, we need to be satisfied with much, much more. Not just from our leaders, but from our communities, from our individual selves, and from all of our neighbors. We need to be better patrons to each other. Like, how does this happen? Well, you got to know the end from the beginning. And the only way to do that is to study the Bible. Yahweh has told us the end from the beginning, so we can walk everything backwards and know how it's being fulfilled, how our wrongs are creating a prophetic right. If you understand what I just stated right there, you're among the very few who comprehend what it means to be a part of the kingdom of God. There is a right way to live in this world, and you have to live according to its laws and precepts, judgments, ordinances, and statutes. There are certain rules that you can't bend, you can't contrive, you can't Sadducee and Pharisee it away. You have to live by these rules and make it a statement in your life to live by those rules. And the only way to start that is through the individual, which is very smart on God's part, because through the individual that you can work it up into a community, and through a community you can build it on a state, a nation, a people from far and great. So just saying, folks, we are here at the end of days, and I want to be very clear that there is light at the end of this tunnel. There is such good things to be had in the kingdom of God, that whatever we face today or tomorrow, no matter how trivial, how demonically oppressed, how brotherly or sisterly oppressed, we are going to get through this moment because we see the kingdom of God, we know our place in that kingdom, and we're living it out day by day by day. I love you all. Keep looking up. Don't let your guard down for a second. Your crown is yours. Keep it forever and ever. Yahweh bless you all. Maranatha.